Hey everybody. Don't worry about that rug right there. I hope everybody is well. Today is November the 9th. Wow, today is November the 19th, 2024. Uh, I just realized it's almost the end of November. Okay, Epiphany. Okay, when we talking about the hangman yesterday, right? You would get an epiphany, an enlightenment. Um, I mean, it's nothing specifically or anything like that that I need to do. So I'm wondering why I am having an epiphany that it's almost the end of the month. Okay. Like I said, today is November the 19th, 2024. I hope everybody is well. You know what? I'm just going to pull something and throw it out because, yeah, why not? Okay. Um, y'all have a title, but it's not really the title that I think it was supposed to be for today. I had got your title earlier, but it slipped my mind earlier today when I first got to work. And I didn't feel like I needed to write it down. I thought that I was going to remember it. So maybe it wasn't the title due for today. Okay. So I did put today's title that I just got a few minutes ago, and that's why I am going live right now. Is checkers, not chess. Okay. Now, yes, I do know that you're supposed to say, "Oh, this is chess, not checkers." No, I'm feeling like today's title is checkers is being played instead of chess. Now, I'm also getting the word Chester, and you know what it picture is coming to mind? It's the picture that was in the WH when these two um, masculines met up not too long ago. And it's a famous video, it's a great video going around, a picture of one of those people sitting facing toward the camera with a grim type of uneasy smile, or not even a smile, on their face. And then you have the other person sitting in that chair in front of the fireplace, um, with a Chester type of grand smirk, type of ear to ear, huge smile on their face, sitting very erect and tall, chest out in the chair, with their arms extended, hands on each knee, looking directly toward the camera. Haven't seen this person smile or grin or use this type of facial expression in a very long time. And when I keep looking at that picture of this person sitting in a chair, um, talking about, allegedly a smooth transition of power, welcome back to this particular place, congratulation, all this, extending the hand out as a firm handshake, no hard feelings type of energy or perception. Remember, I always tell you to think about perception and perspective. Because some things may not be as they seem, right? Then you had a lot of podcasts and people in the news talking about, oh, this person looks so happy, they're smiling. Um, Never seen this person lately looking so ecstatic, smiling and grinning from ear to ear. But really, what was their smiling about? Was it really over a warm invitation, a sort of positive welcoming back, congratulations type of perception? Or was it a alleged, I'm smiling in your face, but I'm making my first move on the checkerboard, hoping that you know how to play chess? Let's see what the ancestor oracle deck has to say. Now, I did put out something in my community tab earlier today, while I was on one of my breaks, and I highlighted a video that I did on 11/15 not too long ago, and that title was called The Message. Since then, we've heard about Congress or the Senate talking about there is such a thing allegedly of aliens. That is true, allegedly. I'm still going to say allegedly. We've heard that, of course, these rockets was given permission to be used uh, in the past 2 days, 24 hours, 48 hours. What else have we heard? We've heard another two nomination um, appointments for healthcare since then, and also education. It's been a couple of things, but that particular video, I still feel that somebody that is married is going to be announcing there's going to also be a shock, okay, that they will be separating and divorcing. Can also be allegedly because of a third party situation, but the person is going to be very well known, okay, when this comes out. That was my initial message, but it can be that that video was about these missiles, okay? Because in that video, I state about 4 days ago, I did that video before this even happens, that it was going to be a huge message. So, focus on the children, pregnancy, birth, and adoption. Answer the call, explore, travel, and live. You know, this still is a new deck, so we have not seen all of the cards yet. We haven't seen that one. That one hasn't came out yet. Nature spirits in reverse. We have this come out before, but in the upright, and I believe this was one day last month. Okay. Elves, fairies, and rock formations. And I do remember that video. I talked about allegedly a lot of the rock formations that you do see are real. You may perceive a face, an animal, a snake, a huge lizard, allegedly, um, shapes of feet, large handprints, etc. So, and yes, I do know that nature, by the force of water, the force and the shift of rocks and cliffs, mud, etc., moves or be forced in a strong movement when it lands, and when earth or grass or something like that, grows around it or inside of it or in between it, also can create different shapes, faces, objects, um, unique formations, right? And our brain will perceive this as a way to, how can I say this, to settle our mind, because we know no other type of entity. You get what I'm saying? It's like we know no other type of entity, formation, or face to recognize. So only with our limited brain, and I do say limited because a lot of us, more than a majority of us, have not used our full potential of our brains. No, we haven't. Not to what our brains can really emphasize or do, or how it can be used. We haven't even really touched the surface of using our capacity of our brain. So our brain will try to um, change or perceive something where we'll understand it, okay, as being a spirit living a human experience, okay? But you're very intelligent. You understand what I mean. So we got nature in reverse. Are we answering the call to what nature is trying to warn us, show us? Oh, look at this. We never had this card either. And this is psychic strength, shield, talisman, and gold light. Oh, this is beautiful. We've never seen this before. Hmm. So if you do have any third eye, evil eye, ooh, if you do have any evil eye jewelry, I suggest you start wearing it. Also, if you have a child or children, don't hesitate to put some type of talisman on them. It can be like the bracelets that you see that I wear. It could be a necklace. Um, but I feel as a protecting, as some type of helpful element. Okay, you don't have to believe in that. Everybody have different practices, religious denominations, etc. Okay, I'm just reading the cards. Find your voice in reverse, which is actually saying express yourself, open up, and sing out. But somebody can't use their voice. Somebody cannot open up. Somebody cannot express their self. Okay. Also, mm, we see the mountains in the back. I wonder if that has any significance to this reading. It looks like the Appalachians. It can look like the Aspen, Colorado. It could be allegedly the ice wall. Cause that's what it looks like. Looks like an ice wall. Look like Colorado. Um, that's way up north. Um, Given Aspen type of vibe. Somebody also can be traveling to one of those areas, or is from one of those areas. Also can be a lot of migrants here, or illegal children, family, women, children. But it's also I don't, my first words coming out is a root worker. So this can be somebody in some type of tribal or gang um, type of association, where they have somebody who either they have paid, they have created, they know, or they are a group of people or a single person that is using their psychic ability here, okay, to shield them or feel that they need to answer the call um, to wherever they're going, wherever they're at, wherever they're from. This is them bringing this psychic strength and what they perceive as the gold light with them while traveling to another area. Okay. Because whatever that they believe, whatever that they're trying to um, proceed to do, I'm trying to watch my words, okay? Whatever that they perceive that they need to do, want to do, it's like they're wanting or having to answer the call. Somebody here also is waiting on a call before they um, proceed forward. Okay. This also could be a somebody's gonna answer the call for another group of people to come forward as a form of help. I don't know if that is positive or if that is negative. Okay. Somebody here also can already have some type of ships that are on the coast, submerged or on a coastline near some type of village or I don't know. That can be anywhere around uh, Africa. I'm here in Sudan, but it is some type of ships that will be departing from some type of local type of village and or area or some type of coastline where there are a lot of villages of a certain tribe or tribes, okay? And they will be leaving or being forced to leave from their area here. And they will have to be on water. I don't feel that they will be able to take to nestle or to settle on land. I feel that this is going to be a long time, a long journey. Um, and they're either was being blessed in their own type of ancestral, because they're being blessed, okay, in some type of their own ancestral um, protection. So that can be by a shaman, a Buddhist priest, something like that, okay, as a way to protect them and to what they feel guide them while on this journey or being forced on this journey. This also could be a group of people, um, a whole big group of people, or a large village being forced or taken from their land as hostages. This is why I really didn't have the spiritual strength to really do this tonight. Because I'd be exhausted. Like, channeling is something that we are not normally do every day anymore. Um, as a way of telepathically speaking to one another and things like that, like we used to. I feel that we were more created to do versus then using the casting of spells of the grammar, which is the words, which is a easier, which somebody thought it was an easier way to communicate. That's why it's very imperative that you watch what you say, how you say it, and how you group certain letters, words, and sentences together. Because every time you speak and we talk, we do cast spells, right? But we were created to be more telepathic. We were created more as a psychic strength, as being spiritual beings. Because in our natural form as spiritual beings, we don't eat, we don't sleep, we do not procreate, we don't wear clothes, we don't go shopping, we don't drive cars, whether it's gasoline or EV. We don't do any of those things. We speak or we telepathically pick up on feelings. It's not even any feelings and emotions, but telepathically we would speak to each other without the use of words. I'm really drawn to the type of symbolism that's on her face. Some of you also may find some type of tribal or historic writings or hieroglyphs on or in or around some rock formations. Somebody also may find a mummy that was still pregnant with a child here. Somebody is willing to explore or is going to explore another land, another area. An emperor. Hmm. Um, some of you, if you do have a child or children, you may start to hear from that child's father. If you know, even if they're not a part of their life, they will be trying to find you, reach out to you, try to come and see you and or the child or children. It seems like the masculines right now, and we touched on this a couple of months ago. Some of y'all probably paid attention, some of you didn't. Um, because remember, my readings are foresight. So a lot of you don't go back to my old readings and re-watch them and get the intuitive click and messages that you need to give you or answer the call to the epiphanies, um, the contemplations that you're having right now. Remember, I always taught y'all over this 6, 7 years that older videos give you the answers. A lot of people want things instantly. Okay, that's what a lot of us have perceived to want as a sense of gratification. Oh, I must be given the answer right here, right now, so let me tune in and get it. But a lot of times you have already gotten the answer weeks, days, months, last year to something that's going on right now. Because remember that the psychic element is not about necessarily a current timing. That's why when I channel certain things, you don't even know what I'm talking about. Oh, that's not for me. Let me click off. Right? And so when something may happen or trigger you to may need an answer, you don't know what video it was that, you know what, I remember Vesta saying something about that in one of those videos a couple of months ago. Or it was around October or November last year. Mm-hmm. Okay. Long as you feel like you got your point across, long as you feel, you know. So, thank you so much. You also. So, we got the Emperor energy. The Emperor is a father. We do have in this reality, in this realm, emperors, to their native culture or the way that they run their particular society or country. The emperor also can be a religious figure. The emperor also can be a CEO, a manager, a supervisor, a boss. Um, oh, well, good luck on your journey. And I totally get it. I totally understand. So the emperor here, this also could be the announcement of a child on the way. Maybe you are an elder, and maybe you're about to have news of a grandchild, or an addition, or another grandchild if you have some already. This also can be, somebody who is married or have been divorced before, or somebody who is thinking about marrying in the very near future, because they're ready to explore, they're ready to answer that call. Okay, so this is why also you see the pictorial of a new child, a mother, pregnancy, and birth, and or adoption. People also tend to forget about adoptions. Okay, we have a lot of children that needs to be adopted, um, that a lot of these kids fall by the waist, you know, and grow up in the system. So we do have like I said, a manager, a boss, a CEO, a potential person coming into your near future that would want these things. This can be a new date or a new person that you meet in the near future, because the masculine energy, what I was getting to was the masculine energy in my readings for my channel has been going through a transformation transition since last year. They have really been, in their own way, finding back their masculinity. Okay. And it seems like a lot more of these emperors are stepping to the forefront now, to answer the call. Because unfortunately, let's put let's put everything on the table here. Without these emperors, it can be a lack of children or families that can, or will be made in the near future, especially if we have, a lot of, transgender, okay, um, that may not want to create or procreate. Okay, so what will the rest of the future be if we have more transgender, um, people that do not want to procreate and have the birth or the making of a child or children, and or necessarily marry the opposite sex to procreate? Okay, so I see that it's a lot of emperors now that are heeding the call, and they are being protected, and or guided and shielded right now with a level of psychic strength and ability, um, or they will need to be. Ten of Swords in reverse. Something, somebody here is going to get an announcement in some type of way. A very important person, can be a leader of a country and or nation. Like I said, a husband, um, a father figure, a boss, a manager, a CEO, a entrepreneurial, can be a teacher or religious, of religious stature. Somebody is having a crisis, which they thought it was over, but it's not. And it can be that this particular person, as a masculine, was coming out right now, is that they have to answer the call. And because they've been procrastinating, not wanting to do so, ignoring it, still wanting to play the field, be a player, play around, keep putting people in third party situations, um, they do not see that it's time for them to answer the call to be this emperor. Okay, which can be a lot of things, to change their lifestyle, to change their mentality, as a emperor here, the way that they think, the way that they live, move, think about children, and or family, their financial structure, a lot of things as the emperor. The emperor does try or is supposed to do things that is right for everybody. Okay? For everybody, not just as a king for an immediate domain or just themselves or just immediate family. The emperor rules nations, literally. Okay? So the Ten of Swords is in reverse. That don't mean Ten of Swords in reverse is not over. This is something that has been lingering on. They have been waiting, it seems like, to answer this call. Maybe, I don't know, to prove a point, because the emperor can be very stubborn. The emperor can do certain things sometimes that are not in the best interest of the kingdom, the country. Just because they're an emperor or represent the stature of an emperor doesn't mean that they're a good person. It doesn't. I don't know why people associate because somebody has a title that they automatically supposed to be a good person. You can have a husband, but that don't mean that husband is not abusive emotionally, physically, you know, mentally. Just because they have the title of Mr. and Mrs. Hmm? A lot of people crave marriage and all this stuff here. Oh, I want a title in front of my name. I want my family to see that I'm married. Okay, once you get a husband, what if that person turns out to be abusive? So now you got your title, okay, Mrs. or Mr., and now you're locked down in a situation or relationship and or marriage to an abusive person because you wanted a sense of um a perception of what marriage is, but that perception is going to be lived differently by everybody because everybody have different paths. So one person's marriage may not be what you perceive to think marriage is, and it be that way for you. We do have the Five of Pentacles. Financial changes, challenges. Okay. We all hear the Five of Pentacles, feel left out in the cold, a sense of disappointment, um, separation from friends, family. Also can be with the Emperor here, government, um, institution, and or a sense of overhead. Struggling. Five of Pentacles. And we see more snow here, and then we see the mountains here. Um, it seems like this emperor was either psychically or what's their word on there? I don't know what word to quite use for YouTube, but this particular person also can be have been up under some type of ill wish, curse, hex, frame of mind of thinking. If you want to say type of programming, okay, which it is different type of programmings that are done allegedly in the government, which can control a person's or soldier's mindset allegedly. And it seems like this person had to answer the call to sit here, go through this, endure this, and to either they feel rejected, isolated, left behind, left out in the cold, feeling a certain type of way, also feeling a sense of rejection and betrayal. hmm You see, find your voice in reverse. I can't say anything. I can't speak up. I can't open up. Okay. Six of Pentacles. Wanting to go back to relive the past, which was a friendlier, more time, a better way of living and living life, a different connection with friends and family, wanting to be more friendly or to come across very friendly. It seems like this person is like, well, I want to put these things behind me, even though I feel betrayed, backstabbed. Um, I know and see that it's not over, that I've either done or have been participating in a lot of things that has been a sense of isolation for a group of people, um, putting a group of people or my own family or myself in a sense of separation, feeling left behind, left out in the cold, having some financial issues and or problem. If this is an emperor, not being able to give child support, provide child support. Um, my income was not very good. So I know that my child's mother or children's mother were struggling financially. Um, but being an emperor, which means a father, a ex-husband, or a husband, or wanting to be a husband, wanting to take the lead and to be in charge, somebody is not able to be that, do that anymore, and or did not do it very successfully. Okay. So with the emperor also here with the child and the mother, it does says pregnancy and birth. So if it's not about a child, family, and or children, wife, ex-wife, future wife, or spouse, it also can be that this emperor here is about to birth a new idea. The emperor does likes to have plans, okay? And usually when the emperor is making plans to birth something new, which means to execute a plan, thinking of new ideas, how to open up a business, how to answer the call, to start wanting to date, to find their spouse, etc., right? The emperor, and I told y'all this before, the emperor will turn into the hermit in this deck, okay? When the emperor needs spiritual psychic guidance, it will be the hermit in this deck, seeking wisdom, clarity, understanding, um, seeking and trying to understand their own psychic ability, thinking of a plan, what to do next, how to execute it, how to birth this new idea, how to build this company, um, how to get out of a situation that is backstabbing, how to remove their self from people from their past, um, and how to build a better version of their self, better surroundings, making more money. Of course, the emperor, because the emperor not only can actually rule nations, but also can run businesses. Okay, this can be a corporate position all the way down to a government position. This can be an entrepreneurial, right? Somebody who's wanting to start their own business and come out of the corporate world. So this emperor energy can be very much the Mars that I was talking about that is in third house of Gemini until the last week of November. So this is why we're still having all of these angry people talking back and forth and raising their voice and so much in hysterics. It's because of Aries Mars energy in a third house of communications. Okay. The Hermit. Y'all think I just be rambling. Okay. So, the Hermit popped out in reverse. So that also means that either this Emperor chose to ignore the psychic strength, the psychic ability, the intuition, the clairvoyance, clairsentience, clairaudience, etc., etc. Didn't want to listen to the spiritual nature, the calling, ignored all the wisdom, all of the advice, all of the friendships that were built over a year period, several years. Um, it seems like the hermit is in shutdown, um, is going into shutdown, or is choosing not to or can't listen to their own guidance, spiritual advice, which can be coming from source, Elohim, however you want to say it, the divine, the universe, whatever. Okay, because we're talking about psychic, the talisman. We're talking about our psychic ability, our third eye, our instinct, our gut, our wisdom, our power. Um, Answering our prayers. People have different religious denominations, but whatever it is, it's all about the psychic strength and ability that we all have. Okay, whether you believe you do or not, you do, because you listen to your psychic instinct all the time, but a lot of people don't want to relate that to psychic ability. They want to list it as being rational or put some type of other word associated to it when it's your gut instinct. It's your third eye. Okay? It's your third eye, poo. That's what it is. Okay? Stop calling it something else. But some people don't want to believe in the, you know, esoteric world and all of this. I'm not a part of that, and so on and so on. And but it's built into everybody. It is. King of Pentacles in reverse, like I said, you know, somebody has lost a huge amount of money here with a King of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody has or is in the current um, status, have lost job, employment, family, friends, stature. Also can be going through a separation and or divorce. It's still going on. It's still pending. It's not over. And this emperor here, which I already told you, is a father figure, a business person, business savvy, went through or is having some financial destruction or bad financial advice. Also, not connecting to their wisdom here, the hermit, because they didn't, they still don't know what to do. They're still stuck in this type of position. Because what did I already tell you? When the emperor don't know what to do, it turns into the hermit. Okay? To walk up the side of the mountain to receive the tablets of instructions and rules and laws. I'm seeking wisdom and guidance from the Most High. So I must walk up the side of the mountain. We all know the story, allegedly, because everybody have different religious denominations. But again, the significance of the snow. I don't know why it's bright. You see the snow here, standing on the mountain. You got more mountains here in the background. Not listening to past loved ones and ancestor. You got mountains here in that picture. Then, like I said, you got somebody got mountains in that picture, but you also got water and nature in that picture. Somebody that is not very much or refuse to ground their self. Um, this is all somebody who likes to fight or use fighting words, conversation, interaction. hmm Receiving bad instruction and or guidance, not allowed or refuse to listen to their own spiritual instinct and wisdom, seems like taking more direction from other people. King of Pentacles in reverse is somebody who is ungrounded. Strength card. Somebody who is ungrounded, um, has been or is in the process of losing or being around their child, children, family, divorcing, hasn't had a wife ever or a spouse ever, or it's been a long time since they have had a divorce, and they're now wanting to answer the call to either get remarried for the future, to start over, or to have or add more children to their legacy, um, or can, like I said, be awaiting grandchild, grandchildren. But it seems like a sense of helplessness. Um, because the Five of Pentacles, it can be a challenging time. But these people that's walking around also can go to find and ask for help. So it's up to them to ask for help, to ask for guidance. This is also why the Hermit is in reverse. This person refuses to seek, ask, collaborate, to be more of a friendly nature. Six of Cups. Um, to link up, okay, with um a person that can be psychically meant for them as a soulmate and or match, for them to be or become even more prosperous and abundant. But they refuse to listen. The emperor can be very stubborn, refusing to change. Oh, I'm sitting on this throne, so I want to do things only my way, and not for hearing the needs and the wants of the people, wherever this is, because the emperor can be any nation in the world. Okay, but I want to do things my way, my rules, and it's not necessarily for the best of the people. Okay, but it's more about my energy as an emperor. I'm stubborn. I don't want to listen to my own soft side of myself, which is the King of Pentacles and the Hermit. Um, I just want to be mean and stubborn. And I do know somebody like this too. I very much do. And I know that this person probably will never get married. They will probably always keep going from person to person. They will not ever have that sense of prosperity and abundance that they could have. It's just that they have a lot of Aries energy. And I'm not calling Aries this, I'm talking about the energy of Mars. That they ruined a relationship over their ego. hmm They would rather sit in their ego rather than to be friendly and kind, caring and natural nature. Okay, they rather sit in their own egoism than to live their life as having a loving mate, creating family, answering the call, okay, as part of their calling. They rather be stubborn, don't want to say they're sorry, live in their egoism. hmm You see, the Leo came out again. It's different of having self confidence than egoism. Those are two different things. But if you have somebody with a huge level of self confidence or confidence and a lot of egoism, they will continue to betray friendships and relationships, any type of partnerships in their life. So we have taken a chance, results from the impressiveness, leadership, leadership, creativeness, and do what you want to. Like I said, this emperor energy is giving that, somebody wants to do what they want to do. They feel that they're doing or giving or showing leadership, but it's really putting a lot of people or closeness to this emperor, putting a lot of people or a certain group of people in a lot of sadness, more financial challenges and changes, a sense of destruction, being left out in the cold, helpless, sickness, plague, a loss of money, no help. We have nowhere to go. hmm This also could be an emperor that is deciding to separate and divorce, or the other person is divorcing them, but they're having to go live and stay with family. Okay? Because this emperor, because they did not want to be the King of Pentacles and the Hermit, which is a loving, caring, spiritual, religious, whatever religious denomination that is, heartfelt, nurturing, um, a person who's open, listening, opens up, communicates type of relationship and or person, or a sense of perspective. Since they didn't want to be that, now they will be left um, very much financially challenged. Mhm. Until they can make kinship again with either family, a certain person, to rectify the problem from within, because it's really not about the money. It's going to be about answering the call. And like I said before, this is a huge time that a lot of masculines are shifting. Okay, they are shifting. They are now wanting to take leadership or to get back into leadership. They're taking a chance. They're taking a chance on either separating, divorcing, taking a chance to find people like mindedness or like minded people, starting new families, marrying anew, having children, birthing the new ideas. Again, this is the new phase or paradigm shift of the masculine energy following their psychic ability. You can call it what you want, but I see it here. And they're having the backing and the strength to do so. Now, fifth house of Leo also is about love. Well, it could be about love, but it can be about finding a love interest. Let's say that. Because fifth house of Leo is about dating. It's not about marriage and relationship. Not yet. That's seventh house of Libra. So you got to go five, six, seven. So this is about fifth house of energy. Um, Dating anew, finding somebody that you like and interested in. Do they want child, children, or family? Are they fellow like-minded like you, where you can build an empire, a business? um are you interested in those type of things? Are you are also ready to take a chance to date? This person also can be the makings of an emperor, but they will have to answer the call though. Now they could have came from a previous divorce, separation, or have not dated in a very long time, and they feel kind of like out of routine, or out of their structure, and they're not listening to their insight on how to go about this. This person also may try to impress you. That's definitely what an emperor will try to do. Either they didn't do it right, or some of you were not very much impressed. Now this person also feels like they cannot get through to you, and it's because you have a psychic excuse me. Yeah, they do want to talk. You see how I got choked out of nowhere? This person is trying to channel through me, um but they don't know the right words or what to say, because you have a psychic shield or talisman that is protecting you. Okay, that has a shield. This also can be your ancestors that has marked you as protection, whether you know it or not. Our ancestors do it all the time. This also can be a past loved one or loved ones that is also shielding you. Okay. Connecting back to your ancestry, your tribe, where you used to live, going back to that particular country, city, or state. Also will energize you. You will get a lot more wisdom and clarity by visiting your old city, neighborhood. If you can ride by the house that you used to live in as a child. Kindred spirits. Okay. But you do have psychic strength and a sense of protection over you. This is also why this did not work out. This is why this is not working out, or this is why this is not very easy for this emperor to um, play checkers over you instead of chess. Today's title. All right, let me end it with something. Let me throw y'all out something, okay? Let me find something. Let me find something here. For the people who want to know about dating, or this can be somebody who wanting to reconcile, but they're still not answering the call. They refuse to listen to their psychic strength. You can, this person or whoever this still can be you. Okay, we all got masculine and feminine in us. Okay, you got Venus and Mars in you just like I do. Okay, your Mars is your energetic action, your will to survive. You know, when you're doing a job interview, you're not being Venus, you're being the Emperor. Okay, you're talking about your strength, you're talking about your skill sets. You're sitting there in your blazer, your tie, your pressed skirt, whatever, right? Your briefcase. You're talking about your perspectives, your strength. You're talking as an emperor to land a certain job position, right? You're not going there acting like Venus. Oh, I love this, I love that, and somebody gonna think you're a fairy tale. Okay, doing a job interview, they're like, do you have the skills and the strength to do this? How can you win these proposals? How can you do this? How can you do that? We all have emperor and empress energy in us. Okay, if you're an emperor, then the empress energy in you is how would you love your wife, your spouse, your future wife? How will you cuddle your new baby girl? Okay, how will you kiss the forehead of your newborn son? That is the loving, caring, and nurturing energy as an empress inside of you if you're an emperor. Now, if you're an emperor and you don't have that nurturing, caring, type of energy within you, then that is the lack of the prosperity and abundance that I'm talking about, that you are not heeding the call, that you are not connected to your psychic strength and your spiritual strength. Okay? Lacking the strength and the self-confidence to create or help to co-create that empress energy. The same thing if you are a same but different, if you are divine feminine, you're too much in your Mars. Okay, you're too much in your Mars energy right now to allow yourself to link with kindred spirits. Six of Cups. um you're keeping the shield of protection over you, not only psychically but also physically and mentally. Mindset, the Emperor, where that if you do have a future spouse that's wanting to answer the call to come in to date you, fifth house of Leo, to get to know you, they're going to be first bumped into this invisible shield of your psychic strength. And they're going to be like, well, damn, I never encountered this before. I don't feel that they're not nurturing and caring and kind and sweet, and but it's something surrounding them that won't just let me get to them. That's your bubble of protection. Okay? Your psychic shield here. All right, for the people who want to know about some type of love message, I feel lonely. This Emperor also can be feeling lonely, like I said. Okay? They want out. Somebody also can be already in a marriage, relationship, or living together. And they're ready to separate. Especially if they're in a relationship with one of those people that are on social media screaming and hollering and cutting their hair off and doing all this type of stuff. And this emperor is like, oh, I want out. I can't believe that this is who I've been married to, dating, living with. I didn't know this person was so radical. And I'm just an emperor wanting to keep a sane and, you know, a structured environment. The emperor would be very conservative. An emperor will not be very liberal. So I'm sorry to say that, but it is what it is. An emperor is not a liberal person. An emperor is going to be very conservative about family, children, the raising of them, business structure, income, spirituality, religion. Um, Very strong in those values. So anything or anybody opposite of that, then they're not an emperor. Okay. I'm stuck in vision of us together. This also could be past life. Maybe you have not met this person yet, but they feel your kindred spirits where that they're ready to come towards you for mating. Okay. So you can be running or meeting somebody new. The way I have treated you was wrong. So if this was somebody from the past, maybe less than 10 weeks, less than 10 years, less than 5 months, 5 years, then what they're going through right now is because since they were very egotistical, they stopped dating you, they isolated their self from you, they made you feel abandoned, left out in the cold, and ignored. Okay, then they would be friendly, then they would go back and do the same thing. They know that they betrayed you, and they know or feel that it's not over. But spiritually, psychically, they don't know how to fix it. Okay, they're not speaking up, they're not saying anything, you're not saying anything, and stuff like that. They're trying to incur the spiritual strength. It's not about the physical strength to say something. So part of their situation is that they're having a lot of financial challenges. Um, they also can be or have lost a job position or is taking less pay. And they just know and feel psychically that because that they did that to you by being a very strong psychic spiritual being, they didn't know who they were dealing with. They felt it, they loved it. They were very Six of Cups about it. But now that they know what they're going through right now, that all of their friends and family is probably not paying them no attention. They have taken a pay cut, a pay loss, a job loss. They're not so important the way that they feel or have or did feel egotistically in their mind, in their environment, their community. They're being ignored. They're feeling lonely because they know that they could have really had somebody to date, love, and become and have a family with, to get married, but they were too much in their ego, stubborn, didn't want to change, didn't want to listen to their spiritual sense, and now this is kind of what they're having to deal with. Okay, so bottom row, whether you feel that you're the top row or the bottom row, I can't make you happy. Don't treat me the way you do. I don't deserve it. The heat between us is intense. I wish I could be a different person. Okay, people don't believe in me. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it here because we're at an hour and 4 minutes. Um, Whether the black cards were more of your messages of something that you needed to resonate with, I can understand that. If you feel that the bottom rows were more of your message, I can understand that also. But remember, if this is not resonating at all, that doesn't mean that it hasn't happened yet. Okay? Um, we're out of Leo season. The next and for people who do not know, I practice Vedic sidereal here, not tropical Western. So What's the date? The 19th. So we just went in 20th. We just went into Scorpio season as of 5 days ago. For my channel, Scorpio season is November the 15th through December the 15th. So I am going to do a video about the sun being in Scorpio. Eighth house of Scorpio is about endings. Okay? About endings, separations, divorce, quitting of a job, getting fired because it's been going on too long. It's been happening too long. It's time for a person to kind of wake up and stand up and speak out for themselves, because this is about transition, transformation. Eighth house of Scorpio, all or nothing. That's what eighth house is. It's either you're all in or you're all out. The more you try to continue to drag something out, okay, and it continues to drag out up until 12th house of Pisces. So you got Scorpio, Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. If it stretches out till then, it's going to be an ending, or a more horrific ending anyway, when it gets to 12th house. So this is a chance to kind of guide a person to have this transition, this rebirth type of moment. Hey, look what's happening. Now's the time to speak up and out to fix it, so that things can start to transition and get better for you by spring. But if somebody doesn't want to listen, participate, listen to their own psychic ability, their own gut instinct, okay, then things will continue to get worser between now, Scorpio season, and April. You get what I'm saying? Somebody here knows that it's time for a separation and or divorce. But because they don't want to feel financially hurt, separated, abandoned, they want to keep doing this back and forth with the emperor, then they're going to continue to drag it out until April, and things are going to get worser. But instead of listening to one psychic call, which we all have, anytime you have a question, your first mind, your spirit answers that question before you ask somebody else their opinion. You already got the answer. You already told yourself the answer. You already told yourself what you're going to do. But then some people, fifth house, they back out, they back up, they don't do it, they don't say it. This is why the strength card is here. Have strength to go with your decision, okay? You are and will be spiritually protected because it is supposed to be so. Some people be so scared that if I do this, then, but you claim you have faith, you claim you have and believe in this and believe in that, but you won't go with your spiritual mindset of your own wisdom. When it tells you to move, you move. I tell y'all this all the time. Do not second guess yourself. When you have a question within, and that first answer that you get, that's the right answer. Don't overthink it. Don't get on the phone and call this person and that person to talk you out of it, because that's really what you want to hear. Okay? You've already gotten the answers. We all have the answers within. It's all about the listening to it, having the strength to endure it and to go through with it, to answer the call. Okay? Because you already know what's right. You see what's going on. You see it spiritually. You feel it emotionally. You understand it mentally. Okay? And yeah. So this this also could be about job, money. Hey Stegner. I'm sorry. Hey Beauty's Art. This can be about job. I did have the message the other day that if you are wanting to leave a job, at least wait 8 more weeks. Okay? Do not do it right now. Wait 8 to 9 more weeks if you can. Okay? Let me see. But yeah, I think that's it. All right. Make sure you always come back to this reading if you need to. If it needs to resonate with you at another time, the epiphany will go off in your spiritual mindset, okay, of the answer that you may need as insight and clarity. You may not understand what this is now, but this can be next week that some of this start to unfold and you be like, oh, okay, now I get it. Now I see what Vesta was talking about. Because with the sun highlighting eighth house of Scorpio, this is about endings. Somebody may try to end something with you. Somebody may try to get you fired at work. Somebody may decide to quit at work. Um, Somebody that you were dating may decide to emotionally walk away and you don't understand why. It's because the sun is in eighth house of Scorpio. Okay? So anything that is not meant good or right for you, the sun will highlight it. Secrets, gossip, sudden shifts, sudden shocking moments, interactions, things that has been shaky or shaky foundations will now start to crumble. It will start to begin. It will happen again because we're in eighth house of Scorpio. Now, Western tropical and astrology is probably saying y'all in Sag season or something, but we're not. We're in Scorpio. So you will begin to see a lot of people saying, oh, I'm divorcing. Oh, I'm breaking up. Oh, I don't want to live here anymore. Oh, I want to quit. That's not Sag house. Okay? That's not ninth house of Sag. That's eighth house of Scorpio. So I'm telling you, all the way up until December the 15th, you will see TikTok, social medias, people ranting and raving about, oh, I don't want to be this, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be in this relationship. It's like a sense of awakening, a spiritual awakening. Okay? It's like a tower moment. And we're gonna have this tower moment for any and everybody, all type of city, countries, denominations, spiritual wise, mentally, a sense of dead to the ego, all of that, okay, is about the eighth house of Scorpio. So we'll go over it a little bit more this week. I will do a reading specifically with the sun in Scorpio because it is a huge transformation and transition. As you see, this country right now, if you're in the United States, is going through a huge transition. Okay, this is all or nothing type of energy right now for the United States of America. We are transitioning from something that we used to be into the new country that we have to move into, whether you agree about it or not. It's not about us physically, it's about all of our minds and the same psychic ability. Okay, so we'll go more into that, this week and next week. And remember, Saturn just went direct. So a lot of things are aligning, okay, up for the next 50 years because Saturn will never go retrograde again until I think 50 more years. So that is a huge deal. Okay, so things that are setting up and aligning right now is what we will have to deal with as lessons on our own individual paths and also as different countries around the world. Okay, all right. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.